Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
I should have seen that one coming.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Hello, we're back again.
Reserve
WePlay
time.
Season 3 continues. I'm Dirk in the JD Studios, and we are ready. ProDotA against
Dire
Power Rangers,
team
bang on time here for WePlay Season 3 CIS group stages. Now, neither of these teams are doing particularly well. ProDotA are 1 and 5 in the group stage, Power Rangers are 1 and 3. So any wins that these guys can get over the next coming 3 weeks, I think we've left, definitely needed, as Na'vi are top, 5 and 1, Empire 5 and 2, Vega 5 and 2 themselves. There's a long road to climb.
10 seconds
Down at
remaining.
the bottom, Hellraisers, Peter Rocks, Power Rangers, and Team Spirit.
5 seconds remaining.
They're all in contention, but we'll find out how they get on the night progresses. Welcome to my co-caster, Heen, joining me for a couple of games before
Radiant
bring over to
team
ESL. How are you doing? Looking for Russian Dota?
It's Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, Fake New Year, whatever you like to call it. So it's the start of a new, like a long weekend for me because I don't know. Like our family celebrates New Year on like actually
Radiant
January
team
1st. So this right now, it's like a 5-day holiday for me. Well, it doesn't really feel like New Year's, but everyone's taking 5 days off. So I'm at home, chilling, watching Dota, playing Dota.
10
stuff.
seconds remaining.
Relaxing while all the fireworks are going on outside. All the
5
clanging and the loud
seconds
noises.
remaining.
I used to live in Southeast Asia, and Chinese New Year was like one of my favorite times of the year. Like CNY
Reserve
beats
time.
regular New Year for me. Playing poker, getting drunk, you know, just being rowdy with all the lads, with all my friends. It was good times, and of course you can't forget, you know, getting money in the little red envelopes. That was probably the best.
Yeah.
That was probably the best part of it, to be honest. You know, being a teenager, being handed free food and free money. But anyway, CIS Dota is bans out Chen, Oracle, Lone Druid, and Wisp, while Earth Spirit first PD along with the Queen of Pain. Power Rangers get their hands on the next Venge.
Yeah, we should mention the nerf to the Earth Spirit with E version, where if he gets Aghanim Scepter, the cast range on his, what do you call that spell? The one
Dire
that
team
makes
ban.
anyone invulnerable into his own?
It's called Stoneform. I
Radiant
can't remember what it's
team
called
ban.
now.
Well, it probably has a fancier name, right?
I'm not sure. Like some of the Dota 2 skill names are very generic. I can look up quickly for you. Dota 2
I
wiki
mean,
open.
that was a ridiculous spell. You can basically, it
10
acts like a
seconds
vengeful
remaining.
swap. That's like 3,000 cast range on enemies. So
5 seconds
it was a
remaining.
much needed nerf. Although I'm not sure if that was like the
Reserve
best way.
time.
I thought reworking the Ags on Earth Spirit might have been. See, it's not often that Earth Spirit is gonna be able to get Aghanim Scepter. It's like if it does get Aghanim Scepter, it probably means that team's winning anyway, so it might not be a huge nerf.
The
Dire
cases that we've
team
seen, you know,
ban.
if you are a team that's getting into like the 50-minute mark, you've got an Earth Spirit with Ags, you had that 600 range initiation tool to kick someone back to the fountain or something. It was a little bit strong, but Enchant Remnant is the name of this. Enchant
10
Remnant.
seconds remaining.
So it did have a little fancy name, not too fancy though. Power Rangers
5
take out Sven,
seconds remaining.
Jane, and Night Stalker, two kind of annoying laning supports or roamers, get taken out by PD.
Reserve time.
Power Rangers still have the opportunity to get themselves the Fury and Zeus combo that we've seen a hell of a lot of from these CIS teams. Global, both Wraths, Thunder Gods, and Nature's Wrath bouncing around the map, while Spectre is also still out there. The global strat has been definitely quite heavily favored by a lot of these CIS teams. Power Rangers, no exception, really.
If they do manage to get their hands on that global strat and they have a really early start, like a good start, then it's going to be super good
Dire
against
team
ProDota's lineup so far. Like, Pain, one of the squishier heroes, and she relies on blinks and positioning, but good as blinking when you're faced up against global damage, right?
TP on top of you after you blink anyway. PR, looking at here. Witch Doctor is still out there if you do want a secondary support, but I'd guess that ProDota kind of... Oh, sorry, Witch Doctor's
10
banned out, never mind.
seconds
That's the one they take out. My eyes deceive me. I was going to say that Vengeful Spirit and Witch
5
Doctor have been
seconds
two of the biggest supports, definitely laning supports anyway, of this patch. Well, heroes like
Reserve
Darkseer
time.
have seen a pretty drastic drop in pick rate. Darkseer has kind of been ignored in a lot of the
Radiant
drafts we've seen
team
recently.
pick.
PD can still think about it, but Power Rangers, they're planning for a big wombo combo. Disruptor good against Queen of Pain, pretty decent against the Earth Spirit. Very good at catching these heroes, especially. Chase them down. Double displacement abilities in Revenge Swap and Disruption. The global reinitiation tool for Nature's Prophet. Power Rangers have a lineup that seems to just want to chase and chase days.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, their lineup is pretty squishy so far,
5
but it won't
seconds
matter if they
remaining.
have the damage to back it up. And I really like Disruptor. The Vengeful Spirit as a
Reserve
carry
time.
isn't, as a support, she needs more levels and items to be able to be that initiator. Otherwise, like, she's mostly going to be poor and unable to do so. So that Disruptor, having another support buddy who can easily, start a fight or pressure the Queen of Pain more, allows for Power Rangers to support free the other two board picks.
ED, 3 hours time on this one. Hard, because honestly, a hero like Juggernaut here wouldn't be awful. He'd be able to spin to get himself away from the disruptor glimpse and things like that,
Dire
but it's the
team
Faceless
pick.
Void that's picked for them. Again, both teams kind of aiming these AoE combinations. Gyrocopter, we've seen recent pairings with the Faceless Void. Flat Cannon and Cooldown add on top of the Sonic Wave. You've got pretty good ways to lock down and kill off Power Rangers. Like you said, they're relatively squishy so far. Any kind of initiation here from PD. Right now, it just looks like PD want to get the jump in
10
these team
seconds
fights. As
remaining.
15 minutes in, they're looking for the initiation. They're the ones
5
always going to be
seconds
looking to get that
remaining.
jump onto someone. Them out, while PR
Radiant
feels like they want to
team
stand
pick.
back a little bit. Wait for an overextension. Get them with the swap, with the glimpse. And now with the Invoker picked up, where do you think this is going to be heading? Exort? Quaswex?
I mean, Exort can make sense because of the global factor, like Furion, and then you can have these cool Disruptor glimpses, and you time the Sunstrike, so you have like insane early game damage that you're not
10
gonna
seconds
used to.
remaining.
Wex Invoker also makes sense
5
because
seconds
burning mana
remaining.
against Faceless Void is extremely annoying for the Faceless Void. And of course, like you can naturally
Reserve
build the
time. 10
Orchids, which
seconds
pressures Queen of
remaining.
Pain into different builds
Reserve
like
time.
Cyclone. We're
Dire
gonna see this
team
Chuck
back.
Hero, so it looks like a lot of the recent games I felt like one team was like the shield, plays sort of more defensively, and the other was like a sword, right? And this game kind of feels like it's like sword versus sword, like offense versus offense, and we
Radiant
don't see many
team
mech
back.
carriers or heroes that get those like defensive items for the team. I guess like Earth Spirit on ProDotA or Jakiro can opt for one, and Power Rangers, I think, is for anyone to get the mech this
Dire
lineup so
team
far.
pick.
But it looks like it's gonna be a really bloodthirsty game.
Yeah, quite often we see, like you said, the defense against offense, where people very often, let's say there's a Deadhunter on a team and a Gyrocopter, they run toward the tower, they try to bait the initiation in, and they're the sword. They're the ones going and hammering on these buildings. That kind of feels like D, but Power Rangers aren't the guys that are sitting back saying, you know what, we'll just wait.
10 seconds
It's like
remaining.
initiation against counter initiation. Power Rangers, they've got some decent damage.
5 seconds
Ways
remaining.
to fight if PD a little bit, and Final pick,
Reserve
safe lane
time.
carry more likely than not here for them. We have seen some interesting configurations with like Nature's Prophet safe lane and aggressive tri lanes from quite a few of these CIS teams recently. Thing with the Morphling picked up. Bad.
Radiant team.
Add even more
There's
global
that
pressure.
semi-global add up to all the Invoker, the Furion, Disruptor.
Still no mech, still no defense, but PD, they don't have any single target lockdown. They've got, what, Chrono and Earth Spirit's abilities to really try and lock down this Morphling. Morphling is going to dealing a ton of damage, and it's Illidan playing it, one of his better heroes.
10 seconds remaining.
I think the plan is here for PD. Safe lane carry that deals with Morphling.
5 seconds remaining.
Down to
Tiny.
Tiny.
Safe lane Tiny?
Like it. I mean, they've now got a Tiny with a Faceless Void. The synergy seems, I don't know, a little bit off. Unless they use this Chronosphere to reset a team fight.
Great pickup for... they needed like some carry that adds initiation tools and burst. It's gonna be good that, like, we talked about Power Rangers lineup being really squishy, so Tiny gets a Dagger or a Shadow Blade and gets that combo off. He only needs a little bit help from his team to solo kills. But like you mentioned, the Chrono, Void, and Tiny both being melee heroes, and I'm not sure if Tiny does so well against Morphling. Just carry versus carry matchup.
10 seconds remaining.
Morphling can really like replicate the Tiny, which is super annoying for ProDotA. They don't have any hex or easy ways to get rid of
Prepare
replicate.
for battle.
Push into these towers fast enough, Kiro. But on Power Rangers, J4 Vengeful Spirit. Support role with the Observer Wards and Sentries already. Zara, Boka. See what kind of build Boka heads into. But interesting, trying to keep Illidan in this game on the Morphling with big numbers. So there's lots of supporting to be done, but Cheshire Cat, he has proved time and time again that with his offlane Prophet, not only can he stay alive on this offlane and not give anything away to his opponents, but he can play aggressively into these other lanes. We've got to look for the TPs forward aggressively, turning these tri-lane situations into quad lanes, into tier 1s. Even getting these pickoffs on mid, because Queen of Pain probably feels relatively safe against just the Invoker in a 1v1. You add in J4 and Big Num smoking, you add in the third hero jumping in, or the fourth with the Net Prophet T mid. Queen of Pain has a long cooldown on Blink, 50 seconds at level 1. These rotate early enough. Could feel the pain. So down the bot, it's Frag Stealer standing in on the Tiny. Fervian, Kiro just trying to contest his bot rune.
It looks like Dire not really gonna contest the rune heavily. Only 2 heroes going for the rune. And are they gonna lose both the runes? Wow.
I like it. There's a battle
That
going up
was
at top. J4.
really unusual.
J4's getting slammed by Flow here. Faceless Void just running up to the Vengeful Spirit and throwing a few punches her way. To really save her or stop this Faceless Void from doing this. I mean, look at him. The Vengeful Spirit doesn't know what to do. Do you waste mana on stun? Do you wave a terror to hit him back? Illidan not getting involved, and Flo will be able to drag this creep wave all the way back to his tier 1, just like we've seen from Lone Druids in the past. Mid lane, the roll forward from Roger. Gonna catch Zara off guard. Like, be okay, but this 2v1 not really what you expect. While down at bot lane, similar situation. Prophet doubles up the creep wave, drags it back to his tier 1, so off laners pretty even. The little moves they've pulled off. But is this mid lane I'm worried about for the Dire? Invoker's getting zoned out by the Earth Spirit roaming in.
Well, it looks like they can just Disruptor or the Vengeful to mid for now. I think Void, there's no way they can get the kill on Void unless they massively commit. So this tri-lane is sort of the potential is wasted. 3 people aren't really gonna be able to make full use out of it. Especially if you come Illidan went for the level 1 morph. How many defensive capabilities?
Looking at this Jakiro right now, double Fairy Fire, he's got 62 base damage. Got plenty of regen as well, as he's just battling out with Cheshire Cat. He did lose a lot of HP, and Cheshire Cat kinda got the better of him with the Treants. Damage in mid lane though, Zara, the Sunstrike's there, but the roll across from Roger. Sunlight's dropping low, and is there anyone rotating in? It doesn't look like it. Zara just has to try and pummel in, but the TP from Cheshire Cat off the mark. The salve is good from Slight. Zara gets himself behind tier 1. gonna tick over. Salvage there, Sunlight blinks forward, one more click's all he needs, but he doesn't get it. And the TP from Bignum with a Thunder Strike, they're gonna get First Blood back. Oh, Queen of Pain.
What a close series of trades. I thought that Volker could have, if he turned around when Earth Spirit was in tower range, he might have gotten the kill on Earth Spirit, but of course he has to worry about the Queen of Pain looking in. And he barely dodged that First Blood from Queen of Pain, and I thought it was kind of weird that Queen of Pain stopped running when Volker TP'd, assuming maybe he had glimpse. But he kind of stood there, accepted the nice play from Zara nonetheless. He kind of thought it would be a short kill when he first got on it.
Oh, Roger, Sunstrike on the money. Vengeful Spirit picks up the kill though. He doesn't get a bit of it. But at least Zara has enough for boot. Down as Cheshire Cat is caught on bottom lane. With one more hit from Furby, and that's all they need, but they don't find it. No points in the Liquid Fire, and Cheshire Cat will just back to Fountain. Safety.
Mid.
Seeing the go on
misses
Zara.
the rolling boulder.
Again, man, we're seeing a game with action on all three lanes at once. Just gonna keep our eyes out and make sure catch all of this aggression going through. Because Frag Stealer at bottom lane, the tiny 13 and 3, he's last hitting pretty decently. But look at the damage from Cheshire Cat. Right clicking away into the tiny, making sure he cannot at least stay on this lane or stay near the creep wave.
And Jakiro's not support and zoning out the Nature's Prophet. They need to somehow like threaten the Nature's Prophet by just killing him, but Tiny at lower levels and Jakiro doesn't really add that much damage, so Cheshire he's gonna have a pretty good laning phase. He already has a pretty good 4 minutes. Too shabby, even for a hero like Furion. And March messaged me and told me that you can't get rid of replicate illusions and limbs and such. Just a fact of the day thing. I wasn't really aware. Maybe missed the patch notes.
Nice. That must have been changed a while back. I think that might have actually been changed at the same time they removed the break, or they added break mechanic to the game.
Oh, was it? I mean, I guess Morphling was like so clear that nobody really cared about it, and now he's on the rise again.
Well, Sunlight, he's being eyed up at mid. Vengeful Spirits and Invoker here. It's going to be a kill, honestly. Against this Queen of Pain, to get the Sunstrike stun combination there. I guess you've got Cold Snap and Flood to help out.
Too bad.
Station up the top. Roger, the Earth Spirit, he's been scouted. Or knows where he's at, but Roger's up on the high ground with the strategic advantage here. Over on the little Vengeful Spirit and J4, yeah, there we go, Wander up, you spotted him. Where Roger is, but it's middle lane where the Queen of Pain just screams out to try and harass back Zara's Invoker. Stalemate now, but you look at Flo up at top. He's got Iron Talon, Poor Man's Shield. This Void doesn't have a care in the world. No one can zone him out, no one can kill him off. Things are coming through now saying we have to deal with this. We face this Void from just getting free from. Illidan, look, punches the Void, but taking more damage than he's dealing.
Oh my god. You know, at the start of the game, I was gonna say this might be one of the harder lanes for Void because, well, you got the Disruptor, you got Waveform on Morphling, so they're capable of chasing the Faceless Void, and all they have to do is careful not to do too much burst damage. They want to do like for example, if they're capable of doing 1,000 damage, you do increments of like 300, so he doesn't get max value out of Time Walk. But we saw Flo drag the creeps away at level 1, currently after harassing the Venge, and I think that changed how the lane could play completely.
Dagger your nuke damage. It's the dynamic of all of this. Invoker has a reasonable job here against the Queen of Pain mid. Gloves of Haste, he hasn't died yet. So that's testament to him. Not a favourable lane for your old Invoker there. Cheshire Cat though, he's having a cracker of a laning phase. 24 last hits and 12 denies. His tier 1 still full health. Jakiro, I'm a little bit confused as to why
Skill build.
he's gone for the skill build.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Not sure. At least point into Liquid Fire is really the value, especially for cases with Fire Dive. But Maybe we were talking about the okay Void.
Can I kill him though?
Die?
I think he's gonna die.
I think he might barely live.
He's got 3 stick charges and he's gonna walk up again now. I think he's fine. There's no mana left on Big Num. He'll jump himself over. The Sunstrike off the mark there. That's a little bit wrong. Zara nearly had it.
Yeah, so back to the Jakiro, I think it's because they want to somehow, they're both safe lanes are having a hard time zoning out the offlaner, and they want to somehow maximize their kill potential. So Avalanche, Toss, and Ice Path and Breath, and might be like that extra edge, because if you let Furion live with 50 HP, then he's going to just teleport home, TP back to the lane, and you have to start all over again, and these heroes aren't very mana friendly. Like, they have to be really careful about their mana usage.
Is under attack.
It's sort of like an all-in build for me, the way it feels like for Jakiro's path.
Get the kills, battles. Get a bot rune for the tiny, only a bounty, not a haste or an invis or anything that's gonna really enable him to kill people. Sunlight gets a deep bot, and now she's level 7. Zara could be in for a world of hurt. There's no points in Wex, so the Ghost Walk isn't available. Potentially jump in here for a solo kill on the Invoker if she really wants to. Yeah. Zara just gonna keep around. He realizes this. Don't want to stay on this lane where I can just get jumped, so farm the jungle. Keep the camps going. That's nature's profit actually. Cheshire Cat back into his own jungle to farm up into the Midas as quickly as he can. Illidan is attempting to bully Flo, but this level 6 Faceless Void just turns and fights and look, bashes up Illidan. First couple of hits, time walks off, the waveform damage. Once again, Illidan. More damage than he's dealing to this Faceless Void, so they'll move to bottom lane, try and look for the tier 1 tower. Maybe the kill onto Tiny or Jakiro.
He's making a move, aggressive move.
Looking for the Jakiro kill with the cold snap there. The frag stealer Tiny jumps forward and catches Big Num, but the connect kills is down. Ferbian not alive, but not for too long. Cheshire Cat TP'd in, and over on the side, frag stealer's dropping. Day 4, he made the rotation, but the toss onto Big Num will secure that one. It's a 5-man movement to bottom lane from Power Rangers to secure a couple of kills. But this is the counter initiation I was kind of looking. PD make the first move. They are the aggressors. They're going forward. A little bit out of sync. Queen of Pain wasn't there in time. There was no Faceless Void TP. Power Rangers, they had the turnaround.
Definitely in position, it was much favorable for Power Rangers, because the glimpse and it being so close, and you saw the Void already. He does have Chrono, but him TPing to the spot lane, it wasn't gonna work because it's far, so yeah, a bit of lack of respect from PD being so close to the tower.
Cat got his Midas off that, and Invoker also. Midas, the Power Rangers definitely looking good as this game extends.
Dire's bottom
The
tower
PD to really try and mount the pressure now as much as they can. They have the Chrono from Faceless Void as well as this Sonic Wave. Utilized by Sunlight just yet, so they've got to start opening these fights up a little more. Really?
Has there been a single smoke attempt this game, or did I miss them all? Because looking at these lineups, you would expect there to be a lot of smoke movements, but I don't think I've seen any.
I don't believe we have.
Dire's middle tower.
There's 2 smokes in each shop.
Dire's structures.
I don't even think we saw level 1 smoke, smoke being picked on level 1. Day 4, a lot of trouble. Probably just straight up dead. And the roll forward, they're going to look for more actually there. But the track combo, Big Num held in place, but Roger, waveform up the mark, the glimpse back will allow them to secure this kill. Chrono is down. Flo was trapped on the edge of that kinetic field. Illidan, a little bit of trouble here, but the Static Stormy to be able to stand his ground. 5 stick charges up as well, and Illidan's just waiting to try and waveform back over the hills and far away. He gets himself further, but Flo was tossed onto his head. No rotations in from the rest of the team as Zara and Cheshire Cat were busy taking down the tier 1 mid.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This was not so bad for Power Rangers actually. I mean, they lost their carry, but he got some return kills, and Zara wasn't having the best time early game. He was playing it really safe. Queen of Pain almost tripled the CS of Zara, and we saw him often retreat to the jungle. Fairbian is got a lot of trouble.
Radiant's
Sunstrike.
bottom tower is under attack.
Sprout didn't work too well with it.
Power Rangers are kind of playing like how I would expect them to, just slow and steady, but they seize the opportunity with their better early game mobility. Like on the surface, it might look like ProDotA can match the mobility with like Queen of Pain's blink, Urber's blink, Faces Void has a semi-blink, but I think it's much easier for Power Rangers to coordinate early game engagements now with like the global sunstrikes, the long range glimpse, and Nature's Prophet TP.
Dire's
A relatively
middle
big
tower
issue
is
here
under
though for
attack.
Power Rangers is that J4's Venge is still level 4. Don't have that swap available. I think Venge level 6 is going to be imperative here as they actually try and initiate it onto Sunlight. Big number. Storm is ready, he drops it down onto the Quap, but there's the Avatar from Tiny, it's not enough. Sunlight will die with the Tiny. Like you said, that snap decision, Power Rangers, they seized their opportunity, snap straight on into it, and then blow into Roshan. It's just clean here from Power Rangers, like a scalpel through
Dire's
ProDotA.
middle tower is under attack.
Disruptor against Queen of Pain is so brutal for Queen of Pain right now. I think she had to try for some kind of blink, like.
Oh!
Radiant's top tower is
Oh.
under attack.
Whoa! He chronoed the Roche pit. I mean, right idea, wrong timing. Oh, that's unfortunate. Poor guy.
Oh, poor guy.
Is that his first chrono, actually?
Oh, they used it up when Earth Spirit died near the Dire Pole area.
Oh yeah, you're right. On the
Yeah, he
North
used it
Lane.
on Illidan, but it was like unnecessary chrono, sort of. Well, it did end up into an Illidan
Radiant's
kill.
top
It
tower
looked
is
bad
under
at
attack.
first.
Radiant's
Now,
structures
Power
are
Rangers,
fortified.
they must have seen that chrono, right?
Dire's bottom
I think they
tower
did with
is
a
under
tree.
attack.
Oh, I mean, they had a ward too, though.
Radiant's
Oh, yeah.
When they
tower
saw
has
the...
fallen.
I'm not sure if they fixed that stuff where you can see effects in Roche, so even if they don't have vision inside Roche, they might be able to see the chrono effect visually, like through the fog of war. But either way, there's a high chance that they know chrono's down, and that's get all the harder for. Oh my God, Queen
Oh,
of Pain.
Sunlight, he blinked into glimpse into death. Oh, our damage output. And Queen of Pain at this point, you know, you're sitting on 1,000 gold. Do you rush
Dire's
BKB?
bottom tower is
Do
under
you consider
attack.
like a Yule Scepter? Because Orchid and Aghanims are like out of the question here, right?
You can go for stats-heavy things like Aghanims, but I don't think Aghanims is good this game. Yules might work. I think BKB is better against Disruptor, but not so good as like a comeback item. You can't really do much. One option for him is to get like a Yule Scepter and blink away and Yules himself, so it gets rid of the Thunder Strike and you can't back the Queen of Pain. I think I'd rather not play Queen of Pain in this game. Like, that's my honest answer.
Just repick. You get the repick button, Queen of Pain, and see how things go. Well, the Yoga Club is picked up, so it looks like Sunlight is at least considering BKB, not the Aghanim Scepter for this Queen of Pain. J4 has hit level 6.5, and there's the first smoke. Used, but definitely purchased. Cheshire Cat has a full Shadow Blade. This Nature's Prophet is running away with the game. 6,600 net worth, top of the board. This is what I was saying. Cheshire Cat's Nature's Prophet, he never dies. Honestly amazing on this hero.
Come!
Cheshire Cat, the impression I get from him is that he's normally a stable offlaner, but like he doesn't feed too much, and especially on a hero like Nature's Prophet, he's gonna do well, create a lot of space, and
Swap, cold snap, stuns, dead. Dragonflick gets the counter kill back on the Vengeful Spirit with a roll in. Earth Spirit wants a piece of the action, but he's just gonna get surrounded here with a TP, and double TP will secure the kill. And a glimpse back, good one. Tiny trapped in the Sprout and the Static Storm, a triple kill out for Zara. Power Rangers this time, they can secure Roshan all on their own.
The seeds of
The problem for ProDotA right now is that they don't have any frontliners. Queen of Pain, probably one of the worst heroes to be in the front with, and as a mid hero. Then, I mean, the Tiny has a Blink Dagger, so it defeats the purpose of standing in the front if you're gonna rely on stealth and just an element of surprise.
Roshan has fallen to the dark.
springs eternal.
What can ProDotA do to be able to like keep their formation and actually get a team fight that they designed their lineup for? You know, possibly a mech or wait for this blink dagger on the void.
Tough one, they just need that big combo. The tiny with the blink dagger. Seen an amazing amount of aggression for him. Rank
Dire's
Stealer,
middle
since the blink
tower
was
is
picked
under
up, he's
attack.
died twice, I think, in session.
Tiny's
Yeah.
pinging this Vengeful, thinking it's an easy kill, but Vengeful has a lot of HP. Yes, too.
And the belt, J4 not gonna die to the combo. Sunlight blinks in aggressively, killing off J4, finally dead, but Cheshire Cat will get the kill onto that
Oh
Frank
my
Stealer
God,
Tiny, and now
Bignum gonna
Sunlight,
get glimpsed.
you're gonna get glimpsed back into the storm. There's the field, there's no static storm. Bignum had it on cooldown. There 10 seconds, and Zara wasn't there in time. Not quite,
Radiant's
anyway.
bottom tower is under
Towards
attack.
Spirits and Cold Snap.
It wasn't the worst that he got the Venge
Dire's
kill
middle
and
tower is under attack.
Queen of Pain survived.
Dire's
I
structures
think
are
he
fortified.
should have assumed that Disruptor had the ult. It was pretty close. But nonetheless, could have been 2 return kills for Power
Radiant's
Rangers.
bottom
And
tower has fallen.
it looks like Queen of Pain is going to go for the KB. Aghanim Scepter is an option because that's heavy and up a bit. Going BKB and, you know, using BKB every time you're going to get gold. Best use of BKB. I can see the reasoning behind this, and they need to be able to fight a lot very often. And Aghanim Scepter, I suppose, allows them to get, like, just happened now, but cleaner execution. A tiny initiation into a Queen of Pain ult with a 40-second cooldown.
Still haven't seen the smoke from J4, but it is coming out on the courier.
Well, Bingham has one as well.
Oh, you're right. There it is.
Tiny. Oh.
Is he gonna get dragged back? They just need the vision. They need this division. The Sunstrike will give it as well. The glimpse back. What a play! Oh, we are, you godlike players. Vision from Sunstrike, glimpse into death. Power Rangers are going to find themselves another pickoff here if Flo isn't careful. There's a stun from J4. Flo trapped in the trees. They've got to know he's here. There's Sunlight, the Queen of Pain in the static storm with a meteor dropping on their heads as well. This Queen of Pain's going to die. Illidan's on the front lines, and Roger, even with the Magnetize there, Earthstar is not going to be able to survive through this. And honestly, 5 to 16 at 20 minutes in, Power Rangers more than just running away with the game. I wouldn't be surprised to see GG come out of PD soon, because Cheshire Cat nearly has Orchid. He's pushing top lane, while the rest of his team is marauding the rest of them.
Radiant's top tower has
Cheshire
fallen.
Cat is completely owning right now, and what's actually interesting is on ProDotA, Faceless Void, the offlaner for their team also has the highest net worth, and
Radiant's middle tower has
that's
fallen.
honestly not a good sign for heroes like Queen of Pain, and who are expected to dominate early mid. I think maybe one more team fight, and I don't see any items coming up for ProDotA right now. Faceless Void even went for the Vlads instead of Blink Dagger, so I mean Vlads is nice and all, but how is it gonna
Radiant's
change
bottom
their
tower
ability
is
to
under
team?
attack.
It's gonna make them have better armor and, you know, lifesteal. 5-man smoke. I think they might run into Power Rangers in jungle. They're ready, I think. They're pretty ready themselves. They're looking for blood and...
Vengeful Spirit, it's just going to be a freebie. You tank the gank, or is it? She's tanky. She's just actually bossing up through it all, but a good chrono down onto 2. Will catch Zara and Bignum, and there's the damage they were looking for. With the Sonic Wave, clear up a couple. Cat, they still want to fight though. Rogers taken out by Illidan. Oh,
Yeah, Illidan has Aegis.
manning up. There's the Orchid. Down he goes. Illidan doesn't have a care in the world. Sunlight has to blink him away. Fervian does TP back to safety, but Sunlight walks into the creep wave, and with another Orchid here in 6 seconds.
No TP? Oh, we can buy this CP.
Fine. Chop. Back. Fountain. Back home. Back to safety.
Nice
Yeah.
combo by ProDotA. They actually looked like they were gonna crush the fight in the beginning, but having that Aegis, being so behind on network, that was the first
Radiant's
time they
bottom
got an
tower
actual
is under attack.
blow up with the Chrono into, I mean, what's that? Macropire and Queen of...
Oh, Sunlight. No, not like this. Taken out with the Orchid. The waveform dead. Queen of Pain with no buyback. Cheshire Cat is unstoppable. Fragstealer's thinking about the blink into stun with Flo getting the time dilation. Onto J4, he jumps in, the Tiny onto Cheshire Cat, but he doesn't have enough damage. Even with a kick forward, they'll need a couple of hits here. Flo finally takes down the nasty little tree man, but he can't get anything else. Tier 2 will drop, Flo will time walk back, but Illidan, Roger, really? He got the kill on the Vengeful Sprint all the way at the back, somehow he did it! But Illidan just manning up against the two of them, takes them both out with a double kill on him. Aegis is gone, but he's still got his Lincolns and 4,600 gold saved up. Power Rangers.
Blade incoming.
You have it? Is that a Ghost Scepter? Yes, it is.
So, look at all these wards from Power Rangers. I'm not sure if ProDotA can leave their base safely now. Like, like these wards from Power Rangers are basically the boundaries that ProDotA. It's like this is like all the space we'll give you. The tier 2, not even the tier 2s actually. Bottom and that top.
Double damage.
It's a old wall. Visible force field. Saying to PD, stay the hell away from our... The thing is, obviously, we kind of looked at the Midas on Invoker, the Midas on Next Fit, and it's kind of natural for them to go to it. But it kind of confounds PD even more here, right? Because not only are they fighting an uphill battle, but they're fighting an uphill battle into double Midas and into a Morphling who insta-kills a Jakiro with that E-Blade. Great form, and even over on the side, Roger's been found by Cheshire Cat. They're just being picked apart.
Just look at how scary the cores on Power Rangers are. It's like Nature's Prophet, Morphling are both capable of roaming around, and they're gonna hunt people. Anyone on ProDotA actually with a carefully coordinated Sunstrike or Lincoln the Furion for Orchids.
Venom just launched his ulti for the kinetic field. I think he was trying to catch the Queen of Pain, but Fragstealer's gonna go punch and take out Illidan. He gets the kill! Morphling's gone, not expecting the Shadow Blade from Tiny, and now Flo. Good swap, gets Cheshire danger and the glimpse away, maybe saves J4, but not when it's tossed forward. They'll have the damage. PR overextending a tiny amount, nearly get the melee ranks. Illidan completely caught off guard by that Shadow Blade from Fragstealer.
Yeah, they needed to keep Illidan high. One of the weaknesses of Morphling, just having so little HP. He gets like a Scotty and more stat item. Maybe a bit too confident. I think if Morphling just backed, Illidan backed, and he got some earned charges from 4 and went back, they might have been okay. Illidan does so much damage in team fights.
Cat heading into the Maelstrom now with all that attack speed. Blink Dagger for Flo. Her ability just to jump in and get these big Chronos down. Now I'm looking for the Roshan respawn, which isn't too far off honestly, but the Forge Spirits will give them perfect vision. We're into the pit. Everyone lovely and happy.
Ghost up there on the Queen of Pain, sort of unexpected. Presumably to survive the Disruptor? Not sure what it's for.
I'm not sure either. I guess right-click attacks from...
Oh, I think it's the Nature's Prophet, right? Nature's Prophet goes for a solo kill on Sunlight, and the cheapest item to, survive it is the Ghost Scepter.
Pain can do. Look up here from Power Rangers, gonna push them over into the Roche pit. Don't see a reason they need to go and get a pick off, especially when, look at this, it's like a house arrest. PD, they're shoved into this bunker, forced to stay their own base. Reasonable amount of time. While Power Rangers, yeah, they go straight into the Roche pit. They know that there are numerous heroes here up at top and in Radiant base, that PD don't have a great way of jumping over the pit to contest. Creepy, I'll take the Roshan, Illidan the Aegis, the Alacrity up on him. Illidan could just go high ground and punch these rats.
Any new items for ProDotA? Veil, picked early on Hero. Tiny still Shadow. Tiny is farming okay-ish. Probably because I saw him He wasn't farming too much. He has some important kills. He has some gold. He's gonna go for at Overclub. Is it gonna be a BKB, Ags, Yasha maybe even?
Dragonlance, the good old tiny Dragonlance, you know? Increase that range, get the range tiny going. Yeah, I think it has to be a BKB. Up against the E-Blade, the Static Storm, just against Invoker, who's got max Exort now and 3 in the Wex. The Tornado Meteor Deafening Blast, that's no joke. That damage output can destroy you. Matter of seconds, and wow, look at that. You mentioned the Ghost Scepter on Queen of Pain is like the one way to stop Cheshire Cat from killing her. Oh, he sold it. Cheshire Cat bought a Diffusal Blade. He bought a Diffusal Blade like, oh, I'm gonna kill her. Oh, I'm gonna kill her. Oh, he sells it. Sells it back again.
Cheshire Cat should tick up a bit. He's still pretty bushy. None of his items is really anything. More room for error, I guess. So can't just die to watching somewhere else.
Oh, Ferbian nearly dead. Doesn't get picked off though. Illidan, not ability. Oh, he's down to max. He's on 1 strength right now. 1300 HP though as he finishes off the range racks. Cheshire Cat brought up an ultimate orb, so probably be that Hex, the Scythe of Vice for him. Frag Stealer, he gives it a go. They kill off Illidan. They finished him. Well played. Roger rolled himself on in with a stun out from J4. They've held Illidan in place with that little bit of frosty, but the Chronosphere is not going to do too much. Even with the Macro Fire, they just don't have the damage output. Zara will go walk back in the Static Storm. It actually separates the fight a decent amount, but doesn't catch anyone inside. They're just focusing down Tiny, little by little, glimpse into death and Flow. He tries to keep the fight going, but Frag Stealer, the glimpse saved him. With the ice path out from Hero, Power Rangers don't have a secure hold on this fight. Roger will jump in.
No.
The rolling boulder puts him well past any safety. Flow just tries to keep the time dilation going, but with an E-Blade out on a wave of terror, Power Rangers secure the kill with a buyback instant from Faceless Void, as well as that Earth Spirit. PR will take the range racks back to meditating, farming.
As it went this well for ProDotA. For the first 30 seconds of the fight, after Illidan died and Regis, and no one died basically for a good 20 seconds. It was actually, to be honest, it was like a lot of mistakes. Bo survives this fight, Furion.
Cat, what have you got? A lot of money saved up. But again, kind of like they've gone to take Roshan, they go and do a little bit of damage. Power Rangers are struggling to go that final third, but with the BKB on Illidan, might be the game item. Just being able to run up E-Blade, stand his ground in the team fight and not care about the Earth Spirit, the Pain, the tiny Avalanche Toss is probably the bigger one. Came out of action for periods of time. It's Quop now looking towards a BKB of her own, nearly level 16. Have that level 3 ultimate, so it's a smoke. Power Rangers looking for the pick. Buybacks at this point, they are few and far between for the Radiant. They have Queen of Pain and Tiny.
Super aggressive smoke from Power Rangers, and they're gonna find the
Flow.
void.
Oh, way! I didn't know how many were up on the high ground, but the Tornado is good from Zara's Beast Ball into the Deafening Blast, and the silence on the Flow he cannot buy back. Don't have the Chronosphere and Sunlight glimpsed all the way back towards the lane. He's going to blink himself away, but the Thunderstrike still giving vision. Cannot escape, and a really, really well-placed Ice Wall. Down from Zara's Invoker will secure that one, so Quop probably forced to buy back into this one, but they don't have the Chronosphere. And mid lane's being pushed in naturally by the Clave.
I think this is at least 2 set of racks. Void doesn't have buyback, so I'm not sure how any of them are going to even get close. Power Rangers.
Oh, BKB, Ferbian, E-Blade, dead. A4 and Illidan secure that one up, and Sunlight silence through it with the Ghost Scepter there. Cheshire Cat cannot get in. Final killing blows, but you're right, 2 full lanes are gone. Frag Stealer's Tiny is struggling. Find a target. Find a target. Sunlight has this Sonic Wave ready to go. To make the jump, and it's Cheshire Cat they jump onto, but he's not dead just yet. With a Glimmer Cape swap, Cheshire Cat does not die. He's in the back and very close to death. Illidan, he's just chasing people down, taking people out. Cheshire Cat, he's going to die to Magnetize. The Earth Spirit throws as a bowler, sneezes on the Nature's Prophet and takes him out, but it's a glimpse into the combo from the Invoker. Illidan will clean up and kill Steel. Wolfing himself straight through the damage here from Flo. They can't pick anyone else. Zara might be the one to drop the Invoker up on the high ground. The attack's missed. Somebody can't get the kill. And Zara blinks himself away. The glimpse, the jump, Flo into the static storm, and ulti kill for Illidan. And Morphling, the DC. Flo has rage quit. He says, fuck this, I'm done. I'm out of here. See you guys later. I'm gonna go celebrate Chinese New Year. An ultra kill for Illidan, gonna turn it into a rampage. No, it's stolen. Cheshire Cat, you little bastard, stealing Illidan's rampage. So Power Rangers, I think
Radiant's middle
they've
tower
won this
is under
game.
attack.
There's no. Do I have them muted? No, they literally. There we go. There's the GG. Well done, Roger. Well done, Roger. You call the GG. Everyone else rage quit.
Might be one of those instances where they're not happy with how this game played out, and
Yep.
but you know, I should expect. I think Power Rangers outclassed ProDotA pretty marginally. Like it was a pretty convincing game. Early
Like a
game, I
good
thought
margin, yeah.
ProDotA were doing better in the laning stage, really. But I don't really think ProDotA ever got to, come together as five, and next early game made their lineup kind of split up even more, and best heroes to go into late game like this Nature Prophet and